Hi, pile number one. All right, so let's go ahead and see what you can expect from this full moon. This will be for pile number one. Let's go ahead and see what themes are surrounding you for this full moon. What can you expect for this full moon? All right, so pile number one, what I'm seeing for you, I feel like you feel really silly doing something. Like you could be following some type of tradition or rules. You could be trying to play life by the book, do things in a more traditional way, stepping away from unconventional trends, but you feel really silly doing it. I don't know what this is. Like if you are going to school right now, you may not really understand why you're there. You're going to your classes, you're doing your work, but you just don't understand why you're there. You're not understanding if this outcome is going to be that big of a reward by following through and doing something by the book. Or maybe if you're going back to some type of traditional type of work or industry, you may feel really silly doing this. You may feel like it's not you. Some of you guys could be trying to get into a certain routine, maybe waking up early or waking up earlier, going to bed on time. This could be also like working out or doing some other type of activity or hobby or interest, but it feels like something that is not what you would normal do. You could be doing stepping outside of the box, trying to have a little bit more of a ritualistic routine in your life, okay? But it feels like you feel silly doing it. You just don't understand. You're like, am I supposed to be doing this? I don't really feel a difference in my life just yet. And I feel like that's the big key here because you do have a card pointing towards winter time or during Pisces season or even within 6 to 9 months for you. That you're going to start seeing the effects of this, that your efforts are paying off, or there could be a big opportunity coming your way, like a job from graduating, or maybe you getting into your best self, your best body, or just becoming more disciplined and having a lot of reward from that. That could be, you could start to see the effects of that in winter. So it's kind of like testing your willpower and testing your thrill to keep doing what you've been doing, okay? Hmm. This is interesting too. I have this card which talks about timeless energy, okay? So you're not being timed on something. You need to know that there's no race here for you. It's like when it comes into your life will be perfect timing or divine timing. So I don't know if that's something you need to reassure yourself, like you're not in competition with anyone around you. You don't need to bust your butt to get things done. You're just in the place that you need to be exactly right now, okay? This also could be a timeless reading, so I could find that maybe some months from now, some of you are coming back to this reading or new people are coming back to this reading, okay? Maybe the next full moon, you may be watching this reading. You may not be catching this reading when I put it out, which is the full moon in Aries in October, okay? So, yes, divine timing and also trusting when this timing is coming in for you. But it could be really hard. And I just feel like something feels very unusual for you. Okay. So, let's see what else is here. I definitely feel like after this full moon, there could be a big interest in religion and also maybe even settling down, like marriage. There's some thoughts about marriage, who your future spouse will be, what will your wedding look like, who will you invite, who will be your wedding party, who will be your bridesmaids, who will be your groomsmen, who will be your maid of honor, who will be your best man, what will your spouse's family be like, how are you going to afford this wedding? Okay, so there's thoughts of that, and there's also thoughts of religion. All right, tell me all about pile number one. What can they expect from this full moon that we're having in Aries at this time? What can they expect in their life? All right, pile number one, you have the garden card coming out, walking boots, firefly, ship, cross, and crow. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have broom. So you could be cleaning house right now. You could be getting like, you know how you may push things under the rug that may have bothered you, triggered you, or just certain goals that you need to like kind of crack down on. I feel like you're starting to pull up that rug and dust everything out. You want to deal with certain themes in your life. So I think that's really nice. You're being very responsible or even accountable as well, and trying to align yourself and your life to your desired future. You also could be doing a deep clean during this full moon. So this could be subconsciously, like not even a real thought, but you could find yourself washing your bed, washing your bedspread, okay, excuse me, your sheets. You could be vacuuming a lot, maybe cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen. You could be doing some dusting. You could be doing some sweeping. So there is like this decluttering and organizing type of vibe that's coming off of you just very subconsciously. Like it's not a thought, it's just kind of what you're doing right now. You could be decluttering or getting rid of things that you no longer wear or that you no longer want to own. You could be donating things away, okay? Hmm. Also, some of you guys could be like setting yourself up for some type of makeover. So you could be investing in like going to a salon appointment, getting your hair done, going to the barber. You could be investing in plastic surgery or some type of like maybe medical spa type of care. Um, let's see. You also could be investing in the gym, like getting a gym membership or even purchasing time with a trainer. Okay, so it's interesting. All right. I feel like all the steps that you could be taking right now could be putting you in a really good balance and making you have like harmony in your life. Like things are just flowing really nicely. All right, so let's talk about the garden card here. Tell me about the garden card. With that garden card, you could find yourself becoming more social. You could be being invited out more. You could be going to a lot of events. All right, you could be going to a wedding that's making you think about your own life. There's a lot of parties here, all right, that's happening for you. Also dates. Look out for dates with new potentials or just even your romantic interests. I see you actually going out into your community. You could notice that they're building a lot in your community. So they could be building new things, building a park, building a new gas station, building a new restaurant, maybe building a new bar. So you're going to go check out new places in your community, all right? Also, in your dating life, you could be playing the field. So you could be doing things very casually and not really making any serious commitments. But as we do see, you are thinking about the next big commitments in your life. So you are thinking about marriage and settling down, but you may not necessarily be taking action towards that. All right, we have the Five of Wands here. I see a lot of misdirection. So maybe that's how you're finding new places. You could be like traveling without your GPS because it's your community and you know these roads, but you could unknowingly take like a wrong turn and it leads you to some type of new um, environment. So whether that's a new store, grocery store, park, community clubhouse, pool. Well, I don't know who's going to the pool right now, so disregard that. Disregard that, please. All right. Maybe there's some new infrastructure, like they're building new residences somewhere as well. You're going to be stumbling across some type of property that it's like, oh, I would have never known this was here if I didn't take this wrong turn. Because the Five of Wands gives like a miscommunication or misdirection. All right. Also, too, if you're going to some type of wedding or something family related, so like a baby shower, that also could be misdirecting you. Maybe you felt like you were going to be playing the field, but you're starting to have these feelings about settling down and finding your true love. All right, let's see. Ten of Swords, okay? So also, too, they could be taking something out of your community that you really had like a lot of nostalgia towards, to build something else. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Maybe somewhere that you went since a child, or maybe since you moved to that area, you've always been going to this certain place. They're tearing it down with that Ten of Swords, and they're going to be building something new. So you're seeing how your community is changing, and it's making you want to get out more because you didn't even have a clue when it got tore down or when they built something else. You understand? You could also be realizing that you could have avoided maybe commitment or traditions when it comes to like social life and your love life because of some type of deep rooted pain, some type of painful ending. So maybe you've been avoiding that, but now you're starting to feel open to this again. All right, let's talk about the walking boots. Okay, first of all, it is boot season. So are you getting some new boots? Or because you're cleaning out your closet, maybe you're finding boots in your closet that you didn't even realize were still in there, and they could be really cute. You know, they could be a couple seasons old, but they still hit the same. Okay. Again, with that boot energy, lots of adventures. So embarking on new places, new communities, new, places for you to hang out. There's a lot of adventure and wanting to do things very spontaneously and stumbling across new energies. You also could be walking away from something. So I feel like mainly what you're walking away from is that Ten of Swords. With that Ten of Swords, you could have been in a very low emotional state. You could have been battling some type of depressive energy. You could have went through a really tough time in a situation, and maybe that was still wearing and tearing on you. But I see you finally like clipping the tie, cutting the cord between you and that situation so that it no longer has an effect on your life. I see you going to a lot of places alone. Like you're going to be super independent and also very energized to doing things on your own. You know how sometimes some people can't go places without like a friend or, a lover? I see you doing things alone and really enjoying yourself. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune, so you could see a lot of positive change in your life. You're getting very lucky during this season as well. You could have a lot of lucky circumstances from being adventurous and trying new things. All right, so this feels like destiny or fate for you, where you finally feel ready to get out of a depression or get over maybe something that hurt you really toughly. You finally feel like you can do it. Like it no longer feels like it has some type of chain or hold on you. Empress, you also are going to see growth in your life, okay? So there's going to be a lot of growth towards creative endeavors, whatever that means for you. There's also a lot of growth towards whatever you're nurturing. So if you're nurturing your career, if you're nurturing your finances, your credit, if you're nurturing your home, if you're nurturing yourself, just trying to romanticize your life, you're going to see a lot of growth with this. It's like the possibilities are endless with the Empress, okay? Coming out of hermit mode and into empress mode. So just having a lot of growth, coming out and people realizing how much growth you've had since you kind of retreated or withdrawn. We also have Firefly here. So this is your illumination. All right. Also, there's going to be someone here that you have a deep chemistry with. Okay. So we'll see more about that person. Something's going to feel very magical with the chemistry that you have with someone and maybe the attraction. It's going to feel like once in a lifetime. Also, deep self-discovery. I feel like something with religion or spirituality could be really big for you. There's something that's sparking your soul. So whether that's like a hobby or an interest or a passion or a connection, something's really like speaking to your soul. It feels super good. There's someone here that's like super like out of this world, amazing, that's coming towards you. Tell me about the Firefly. You and this person connect on a very deep level, okay? Tell me about the Firefly. Who's the Firefly in pile number one's life? Tell me about this person. So they're the Hermit, okay? So this person could be a Virgo, or they could have a Virgo type of attitude. So they could have incredible attention to detail. They could be very organized. They could be very analytical. This person could be kind of a perfectionist. So they could have been in retreat until they kind of got into a place in their life that was up to their standards. Okay. They could be very critical. So once they felt like their money was to their standards and their careers to their standards and their looks are to their standards, now they're coming out to play. All right, Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely someone pursuing you romantically. Tell me more about this person. Two of Swords. They could be very indecisive about leaving behind what they got comfortable with. So this person got comfortable with like maybe not speaking to many people. Like not, waking up every day with the good morning text. They got very comfortable in that. They got comfortable with really just their own self discovery, and they found a lot of excitement in that. They also got comfortable maybe being in the shadows or being invisible. So now that they're meeting you and this is an undeniable connection, they're wanting to make sure that they're showing up for this connection, but it feels super uncomfortable to like talk every day and go on dates every weekend, and you're coming over my house and I'm coming over yours. It feels weird. It's not that it's like uncomfortable, like it's bad. It's uncomfortable good, but it feels very unusual for whoever this person is. Okay. And we have the Two of Swords, so they could be very like, sometimes they come off very indecisive about maybe the progress of the connection or what you guys are going to do or when you guys are going to see each other again. It may feel like this person has a hard time making decisions and taking initiative, but it's just because they're very confused. They could feel like, how did this creep up on me in this time? And am I really ready to experience this now that I'm blessed with this person? Yeah, I just see you guys talking back to back nonstop, and this person loves it. They love it, but they also feel so weird. They're like, a month ago, I didn't have anyone blowing up my phone, okay? You and this person will be going out a lot. Okay, so that could be part of that garden energy. They could be inviting you to parties or venues. There's a creative energy about dates. Okay, so you guys have very creative dates where someone kind of thinks deep and they have great attention to detail with that Virgo energy, that they kind of study you and find like new experiences that they know you're going to enjoy. And it's never going to be a miss. It's always a hit, because since you and this person are so compatible, whatever they have a liking to, you're going to naturally like. And whatever you have a liking to, they're going to naturally like. So it's never a date where someone feels unsatisfied. But so much fun. I see you guys doing a lot of fun things. Like, it's not all about lovey dovey, but it's also about friendship and cultivation and having a ball together. All right, you also have the Ship card here. So, whatever you are nurturing during this time, whether it's this connection, your friendships, your hobbies and interests, what you do on your time off, it's going places, okay? Again, you have so many cards about adventure and having a lot of fun. With all these adventure cards, it's going to feel like your life feels like a really fun movie, okay? Like a really fun movie, like you're living life like it's a movie and you're the main character and you're just living your best life. That's really how it's going to feel. All right, there's also something about your vehicle or maybe taking a trip or going on vacation. So you could be planning maybe a vacation or even a little trip with your friends. All right. But there's a lot of movement with everything that you are having intention behind. I definitely see that. Let's see what's going on with this ship. You also could have a relationship happening for you that's unfolding with this person. So that could be super fun. All right, the ship is a Three of Swords, okay? So I do feel like there could be a disappointment that you have, that you're going to solve that issue, or you're going to kind of like heal yourself by taking some type of trip. What is a Three of Swords? Let's see. All right, Knight of Cups. I just see that whoever this is that's dating you is going to come to your aid. So, for example, like say you try to go for a position at work and for some reason you did not get the position, but you feel like you were super qualified, you gave it your all, you gave intention behind it, and now it kind of has you slumped. It has you in the Three of Swords of just kind of like feeling down, feeling like, why couldn't this be my time? And it feels like whoever you're going to be dating here is going to come in and save the day and say, you know what, forget about that. Let's go this weekend, maybe a state over, and go somewhere. Let's go have fun. Let's go into a new city. Let's go into a new state. Let's go experience something new. And it feels like a little vacation that's much needed, or maybe a road trip that's much needed for you. So it just feels like whoever this is, they are just have great attention to detail. Even if you don't really express your disappointment about whatever this is that could be happening, this person can read you so well, and they get to work right away to try to put a smile on your face. Yeah, the Tower, this could be a big surprise. So it could be that you're suffering some type of disappointment, but it's the Three of Swords, so you will be able to get through it. But this person could be surprising you with some type of trip to kind of uplift your spirits, okay? And I think that's so sweet. And the perfect cozy time during autumn. I mean, that's amazing. All right, so we also have the cross here. So again, you're getting really strong into your religion or your spirituality or just your destiny here. You're going to feel very like a lot of purpose. So again, we talked about in the beginning how you could be confused about what this is leading to. But in October, or maybe even early November, you're going to have that clarity about what your purpose is. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been drinking a lot of water. All right. You're going to have a lot of clarity around what your purpose is, and also getting fulfillment from something deeply spiritual or deeply religious, or both, okay? You're going to feel like you're getting messages and downloads from divine or from God. You're going to feel like God is speaking to you himself or herself or whatever you believe in. Whatever your divine creator is, you're going to feel like you're getting messages directly from whoever that is. So it's going to be very sacred, okay? Also, there could be clarity coming towards you and healing when it comes to some type of sorrow or loss, like that Three of Swords. So you could see that your spirituality or your religion is helping you through that. Same about the cross. We have the Hangman. Okay, so this is you changing your perception. I feel like whatever losses you have taken, whether that's like romantic, friendships, career, business, personal goals, family, you're going to have a new perception where you see why that had to leave your life, or why that had to transpire the way it is, how it aided you in some way, how it helped you to grow, how it helped you to become stronger, how maybe something wasn't for you, and thank God it left your life so that you could reap better benefits. So there's just a change in your perception, which is really helping you heal, helping you grow, and making you feel really protected right now. All right, Nine of Swords. I also see you getting out of your head, getting out of anxiety, getting out of any fears. You start to have this deep sense of faith in your life, and just believing in the unbelievable, believing that everything always works out for you, believing that you're going to be just okay. All right, so that's really nice. I love that. And that closes out a really tough chapter for you. So you could have been living in a lot of anxieties and fear. And you're coming out of that and closing that out for good, so that you can be rewarded with really good things that the universe knows that you're going to have a great mindset for. And we see that happening with the Crow card. All right. So in this season, from this full moon, you could be really feeling your memories, lots of nostalgia, the good and the bad memories. You know, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I've been feeling like I've been remembering like trauma, which is kind of sad to say, but I just want to know if anyone else feels this way in pile number one. Like things maybe from your childhood or from your adolescence that you could have buried way deep inside so it doesn't hurt, and then it comes up. So I feel like you could be going through that, but you also you could see how much resilience you have by not crumbling from remembering those things. And also, I want you to think about the positive memories that could also be resurfacing that also have lessons in those stories as well. There's a deep mystery surrounding you, okay? Like a mystery, like a big unknown. Like you're kind of confused about where you're headed and is what am I doing whatever I'm doing, is it leading me to success? But there's also a mystery maybe in your transformation right now, or what's happening in your love life, how you met this person, how you guys align so well, okay? You could feel a deep magical power within you, a big deep transformative energy within you right now, and you're right about that. There's some type of new opportunity coming towards you with the crow as well. There's something that's going to solve your problems, all your problems that's coming towards you. You're going to get some type of positive omen in during this full moon. So some type of positive omen. So within the 6th and the 7th, I want you to, or whenever you watch this video, the 6th or the 7th, I want you to pay attention to any signs that show you that everything's going to be okay. Okay. Like, you know how people like randomly find ladybugs on their car or something, and it's like, oh, that's a good omen? Things like that. Same about the crow. Yeah, it's clarity, which I think is the greatest gift from God, or the greatest gift from divine is clarity. When you cut out confusion and you know exactly what steps you need to take, and you know exactly that things are working for you, that is one of the greatest gifts. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? You started to not trust your independence. If you were really self-reliant, if you could be capable of taking care of all your adult responsibilities on your own, and you're going to get clarity, and you're also going to get great omens from this full moon that are going to show you that yes, you are. You can do this. It's happening for you. This is what's unfolding in your life. Can't you see all the good things that's coming through? Can't you see that you've been accountable, you've been responsible, that things have been progressing for you? So something's waking you up to that, to your reality, and not the confusion that's been over you. And again, the Six of Cups. So this could be a time of reconnecting to your past, reconnecting to something from your childhood or adolescence. Old friends could be popping up during this time. And also maybe like cousins. I'm getting like cousins or siblings, something like that could be also be getting a stronger sense, like being as close as you were as children. All right, so pile number one, that's what I have for you. I hope that this helped you. I'm wishing you guys the best full moon, and that you guys take really good care of yourself. This seems like a really great time. I'm really excited for all the positive things that are coming towards you. And yeah, until next time, I will see you again. Make sure to drop a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and like the video before you go. All right, bye guys. Hi, pile number two. All right, let's see what you can expect from this full moon. Give me some messages for pile number two. This is exactly for pile number two, exactly what you need to hear at this time, all right? So let's talk about what you can expect from this full moon. What themes could be coming into your life during this time? What you'll be expecting during this season? Give me some messages for pile number two. What can they expect from this full moon in Aries? All right, so signs that are coming out right away are Libra and Cancer. I also have Venus, which I know is Taurus and Libra. Okay, so, you know, there's that. Bottom of the deck, you have Fix the Middle. Okay, how interesting. This talks about really being in your purpose right now, being very driven, feeling very secure, being reliable, or even self-reliant, and keep going on, keep going on. All right, so even through adversity, you keep striving for greatness. And I do see a lot of greatness in your life during this full moon. We do have the Cancer energy of the Chariot, so you could find that you have a lot of like willpower, you have incredible drive right now, incredible work ethic. You could be moving so fast past your peers, it looks crazy. It looks like you have wings on your feet. Okay, This is you having a lot of success in your endeavors, overcoming obstacles super easy, and taking a lot of action towards your goals. So, this is a very inspirational reading already. I can already tell that you're a very inspirational person. All right, we have Libra justice. So there could be a legal matter right now that you're trying to tie up. And maybe the progress is kind of slow with that right now. You also could be looking for the truth out of certain situations, and that will help you to get closure to move on and like be done for good. So, whether that's like romantic, friendships, maybe with a career, something that you could be wrapping up in your life, but you kind of want the truth out of it. It's bothering you that you don't know something for sure. Your intuition could be telling you the truth, but you really want it to come out of the horse's mouth, right? All right. I see that you're really big on integrity. So you're someone who I feel like, don't lie to me, because that is the first red flag or deal breaker for you. Moving forward, when it comes to liars, you just will have no tolerance for that, because you could have been done really wrong when it comes to lying, okay, or manipulation. All right, but you are manifesting and attracting very fair and balanced connections right now, or opportunities or offers. Okay, so there's nothing to worry about when it comes to your near future. It looks like you're getting, by setting that firm intention, you definitely are being given offers and opportunities and connections that align to that. Also, you have the beautiful energy of Venus, okay? So there could be some big themes of love in your life. There could be a big theme of your beauty, your aesthetic. You could be looking even much better than you did probably a month ago. You definitely are exuding some type of handsomeness or beauty. There's something about indulging in pleasure, okay? So whether that's like having really good food, or having great wine, or doing some luxury type of things like going to the spa, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, maybe even taking a trip, okay? Indulging on yourself, spending on yourself, going shopping. That could be a big theme for you as well. You have a really strong attraction level. So, not only with other people, like potential friends and lovers and family, also when it comes to what you desire in life. What you desire could desire you 10 times more right now, okay? So, this is a good time for manifesting and pulling in your true desires. All right. Let's see for pile number 2 what you can expect from this full moon. What's changing in your life? Okay. Give me some messages for pile number 2. What could they be expecting from this full moon in Aries? Tell me about pile number 2. What could they be expecting from this full moon? Sorry about the shuffling. I know it sounds crazy. All right, let's see what else. All right, cool. All right, bottom of the deck, you do have the Firefly card, okay? So this is a really nice card. This talks about having some type of illumination in your life. So you could be glowing from inside out, okay? Which is beautiful. You could also be finding some deep chemistry with a certain someone, whether that's your friends, family members, or even a love interest. You could be really diving deep into your self-discovery, figuring out who am I and what do I offer to the world? What are my talents and skills? What are my goals? What matters to me? What's insignificant to me? Okay, so there's a lot of questions that you're answering and finding a new sense of self. There's also something that's going to be sparking your soul. So this could be some type of connection or a passion that you'll be getting into that really like twinkles your soul. It's so cute, okay? There's someone super amazing that you will be in cahoots with, or you'll be spending a lot of time with. So we'll definitely talk about who that may be a little bit later in your reading. All right, so you have the hummingbird, the house, the beaver, the mountain, the woman, and the walking boots. Okay. All right, let's talk about the hummingbird here. So this just talks about you living life in the moment, feeling very immersed in your lifestyle, living in the moment. This could be you just enjoying life overall, having a really positive outlook on your life, being present in the moment. Okay, so not letting time pass you by, like really living each second with intention, which is really nice. There's resilience for you as well. So you've been through things for sure, like everybody has, but you have a certain energy about you or willpower to get through things, to overcome your challenges. And I think that's why you're embodying the Chariot card of just being able to overcome obstacles easier than much other people. You may also have a certain approach when it comes to life's challenges where you don't get emotional about them. You kind of just take it as it is what it is, and it's something to be expected. Every day is not going to be sunshine and rainbows, and it allows you to have this really strong resilience of just bouncing back easier than most people. So you should take advantage of that, like of course you are with that Chariot. I see you having a lot of success, but this is something not to be taken for granted because a lot of people don't possess this strong resilience that you have, okay? You also could have a very lightness of your being. So you could be feeling like you're not in any sort of negativity. No drama right now, no chaos, no negative feelings, no limiting feelings, no anxieties, no worries. So that's really nice. That's happening almost immediately after this full moon, okay? So tell me, because if this full moon feels really heavy, once it comes to a close, you will feel a big lightness. Like you almost needed that heavy feeling to come up off of you. All right, tell me about the hummingbird for pile number 2. Okay, we have the devil card here. You did go through a very traumatic time in a situation. You could have went through some chaos, or maybe this could have been like a big sense of control, manipulation. I feel like also negative distractions, negative temptations could have been really heavy on you. But you're releasing that, so you're dropping the devil. Oh shit, excuse me. You're dropping whatever this is, that bad habit, that bad person, connection, situation, you're dropping it. And I don't see it holding you back. So sometimes when people drop that devil, like if it's a breakup, separation, if you're coming out of some type of rehabilitation of dropping bad habits, sometimes people let that weigh on them. But I see almost immediately that the gears start moving in your life once again. Sorry. My card is getting stuck to my table like the edge. Okay. With the 3 of Pentacles, things just keep moving. You're making a lot of progress. You have a lot of productivity towards your goals. You're not being held back from whatever this is. You're able to overcome it super easily, where most people struggle with that devil energy. What else can you tell me for pile number 2? The Fool. You also could be calling in a new identity, okay? So you no longer identify as your past self. You now identify as a new and improved you. There's a lot of changes coming towards you where you may be following a path of new hobbies, new interests, new likes and dislikes, new environments. You could be switching out your social scene, okay? Like who you hang around as well. Yeah, 9 of Wands. This was a long time coming for you. It was hard for you to get through the devil, but I do feel like you still beat it out quicker than most people would have, okay? Maybe you're like someone who just took action right away. If you've seen that you were unhappy, if you've seen that, things weren't having positive outcomes for you, if you felt like something was becoming too codependent, you didn't just stick in it because it felt comfortable. You actually started taking action right away. So that's what I'm seeing. And it is paying off for you because now you're completely let go of that grasp of the devil. All right, we have house here. So there's a big interest in your home life. You could be doing some remodeling. You could be doing some renovating. You could be doing some redecorating, reorganizing, decluttering, cleaning even. There's something also about your family and your roots. So you could be getting closer with your family during the season and feeling like you're in a good space to be around and bond with them. You're also feeling very comfortable, like you can sleep well at night. You don't have any anxieties about the world or what's going on in your life. And it feels like you just sleep very peacefully every night because you feel very safe. And that's a really nice feeling as well. All right. Also, you could be getting into some big traditions for the holidays. So this is like starting kicking off our fall and winter holiday season, and there's some traditions that maybe you didn't indulge in last year. Um, that you're going to be doing. So if you didn't put up like maybe a Christmas tree, you actually went out and bought yours this year. Or if you didn't give candy to the children, you actually want to do that this year. If you didn't go to a pumpkin patch, you want to do that this year. If you didn't make your hot apple cider, you're buying it. If you didn't buy your eggnog, you're going to be buying that. So if you didn't do presents, you're wanting to do presents this year. So you're getting into some type of traditions surrounding fall, and it's going to carry you throughout the rest of the year, and it feels really fun. It feels like very comforting for you. Okay. Also, there's something about shelter. Someone may need shelter here, or you may be working with people who are in shelters. You may be doing some community work or charity work through maybe some shelters in your community. Or someone may need a place to stay, so you could be helping someone out with a place to lay their head, or maybe someone could be coming to visit you for maybe a week or two, and you're going to be hosting them in your home, and you feel happy about that. You feel happy that you can provide that. All right, what is the house? Tell me about the house. All right. Oops. So we have the 5 of Cups. So it's been a long time since you felt safe in your home environment, whether you lived with certain people before, or it took you a while to get your own place, or maybe house life could have been very chaotic if you live with other people, and now it's starting to feel very peaceful and very comforting. So it's been a long time coming for you to get your home life together. There also may have been like past hurts with family that you held on to for a long time. You couldn't find yourself to get over them, but I feel like you're going to be giving some type of forgiveness, especially with that Libra justice energy. You could be opening up and receptive to forgiving people so that you can feel more at peace around them. I feel like you could also be having to forgive people for not believing in you, like family, okay? And that was very hurtful, but you're actually very successful right now. You could be getting a lot of recognition and reward from family, and you're realizing that they just were naive, or they just didn't have the vision that you had for yourself to believe in you at that time. All right, 3 of Cups again. So you're definitely going to be hosting at your home. You could be throwing some type of event or party surrounded to a tradition or a holiday. All right, so you definitely could be hosting a lot, having friends over more, having family over more, pulling out, your special cups and or glasses, and making food. Okay, so I do see that there's something really fun surrounding your home, and maybe inviting people over or hosting game nights, things like that. So that sounds like a lot of fun. You could be very hesitant about this at first because you could be very private. And opening people up to your home could be very uncomfortable, but I see you nurturing that. I see you maybe trying your luck with it one time, and it actually turns out very awesome, so that you continue to do this. It becomes like a tradition for you. All right. We also have the Beaver here. Okay, so the Beaver just talks about persistence paying off, even when things are not working out for you, not giving up. So you've done that, and I feel like you're about to reap some type of reward. All right, let's see. 10 of Wands, yeah, and it definitely wasn't easy. So this could be towards your career or your business, trying to maybe climb the ladder or get that promotion or raise, or even find a job that suits your financial needs and stability that you're looking for. Could have been super hard, could have been a big challenge for you, but even when you were going through the ringer with that, you never gave up. And I feel like your determination is allowing you to have some type of big reward right now. Oops. So you're not going to have to try as hard anymore. Things are going to be super simple for you. Yeah, whatever you've been fantasizing about, it's like you kept a dream alive with the Seven of Cups. You kept the dream alive about what you wanted with this particular goal. You didn't give up and you stayed very determined. You let your intuition and your dreams lead you. And you're actually going to materialize that dream. Now, the thing is, as this dream is unfolding for you, there will also be other options coming towards you. So, say this is about love. You didn't give up on love, even though you were dealt a weak hand before, right? You could be meeting this person who's exceptional that's coming into your life, and your dreams of this special person or this amazing person are finally coming true, and it's kind of great that you didn't give up on love. Or if it's work, what you dream, your dream life when it comes to your job, what you do for work, how much money you make is actually materializing, and it's all because you didn't give up. We have mountain here, so you could expect some type of obstacle or problem to surface from this full moon. Okay, there could be like the universe could be putting a pause on something, um, or creating distance for some in something for you to keep you maybe focused. Okay, so it feels like something is like taking a long time to happen, or obstacles keep coming up. But I feel like the universe is like, divine timing. This is not the right time. This seems great. You feel like you're ready. Maybe the other people involved feel like they're ready, but we know the best timing and we want to stick to that course. All right. So, yeah, there could be some type of distance that could be posed as a problem. Someone could be acting very prideful. So, being in their feelings and in their ego, that could stop something here. There's some type of block here. Okay. It feels like indifference, like maybe not being able to make a decision or acting very like nonchalant about a situation. So, there's some type of delay here, and let's see what that's about. But I feel like it's for a good reason. Let's see. Tell me about what the mountain is for pile number 2. Okay, so it has to do with this person that you're having a deep chemistry with. So there's someone that you're going to feel very awakened in a deep chemistry with. They're going to spark your soul. This is a soulmate. But there's going to be some type of obstacle that doesn't allow progress between you two coming from this full moon, and there's a reason for it. Let's see. Emperor. Okay, the universe could be wanting someone to step into a position of power. So this is like, if we allow this to progress how you would want it to, then you would play small, or you wouldn't reach your goals and reach boss mode, or hold on, guys. Sorry. All right. Or you just wouldn't reach your potential, your full potential here with the Emperor. Okay. So it's like the universe is trying to get someone to get into that position of power or get into that position of leadership before this relationship takes off the way that it needs to. Almost feels like you and this person want to run off into the sun, like maybe get married, get a home, settle down, have children. But someone is meant to establish some type of security and permanence before this happens. It would make that process even more fruitful and easier. Okay. Tell me more. So I don't know if you and this person may have some distance between each other. Maybe there's a fight or an argument, or this could be physical distance, like someone lives far. This is a long-term love, but there will feel like there's some stagnancy happening after this full moon, and you just need to know that it's temporary. It's really to push you into this position of power, or this person that you're seeing into a position of power, so that you guys can have the right security for this beautiful future. All right, we have the woman card here. So this speaks about, if you're a feminine, then this is about you. But if you're not a feminine, then this is another feminine in your life. Okay. So let's see. Tell me about the woman. All right, tell me about this woman. Tell me about this woman. Okay. I feel like whoever this woman is, she could struggle very, like, not hard. She doesn't struggle hard with this, but she could struggle with like discipline or self-control, or could struggle with like, I don't know, just discipline and self-control. Let's just keep it there. All right? So, it's almost like this feminine really needs to focus on staying away from temptations, or staying away from bad habits, or having deeper willpower here. And it's interesting too, because this feminine is coming out as a sun, and the sun is usually like a masculine energy. And then we have the emperor here. I feel like some of you guys, if you're feminine and you are going to be in this romantic connection, you may feel like it's this masculine that I'm talking about that could be this emperor. And of course, it could be. But I feel like this is you. But what will take you to that boss mode, what will take you to that breadwinner, will have to be like self-control and discipline, staying away from temptations, being proactive, not being lazy, staying really on top of your goals, staying on top of your responsibilities, and also stepping into a place of leadership as well. So there's a big empowering energy for a feminine that I'm speaking to, that you may struggle with this right now. But the thing about the Five of Wands, it's a very petty energy. It's like easily defeated. And you already have the easily defeated card of the Chariot, where you overcome obstacles super fast, super easily, and effortlessly. So I don't see this as a big issue for you, but this may be something that you're realizing about yourself. And from this full moon in Aries, this is what's releasing from your life, so that you can step into this position of power. You can become the boss and the CEO. You can be on boss mode. You will be the breadwinner of your generation. Okay, you will be on top of your responsibilities. So there's like really like a boss woman here. All right. And again, you have that sun energy. So you will feel a lot of power. You're reaching some type of climax here. You're going to feel a lot of fulfillment from overcoming this. All right. There's something also about pride. So remember what I said about pride could be a thing that could create some stagnancy or distance in a connection. Whoever this feminine is, I see that she's struggling with maybe her discipline, and that could also make her lash out in a very prideful way. Okay, so be careful of that. But there's a lot of success, and you're encompassing a lot of radiant energy right now. You should feel like you have a lot of vigor, and you're in your masculine energy of like chasing after your dreams and your goals, that you're going to reach it. Okay, there's victory here that you'll be very happy about. So that's what I see for whoever this feminine is. If you're masculine dealing with a feminine, then you should know that this is something that she may struggle with from this full moon, but she's also releasing these parts of her that she feels like she struggles with to become her best self. All right, last but not least, we have walking boots here. I love the walking boots one because it's autumn season, which is like boot season. So you could be wearing a lot of boots or buying some new boots. This also talks about a lot of adventure. So this is your last card. This is like once the full moon energy is kind of waning off and moving into winter. So not only are you going to have a beautiful autumn, but when it comes into your winter season, you should expect a lot of spontaneity, a lot of adventure and passion and thrill. You also could be walking away, whoever this feminine is, walking away from maybe not being organized, not being practical, overindulgence, walking away from that, being more of an organized and responsible person. There's also a great deal of self reliance. So, trusting yourself more, trusting yourself that you can accomplish certain things, that you can take care of yourself, taking a lot of steps necessary to reach your goals here, okay? All right, so let's see. Tell me about the walking boots. We have the Page of Wands, which is great news. Also, Page of Wands is about discovery. So it could be self-discovery or discovering new likes, new interests, new ways to get shit done. Maybe you're trying to be organized in a certain way that came off very controlling, and you find a creative way to get all of your tasks done on your to-do list daily that doesn't feel like you're having to do things by the book, or doesn't feel like you're having to watch yourself 24/7. All right, having a little bit more freedom with your manifestations here. We also have the Hierophant. So again, like I said, doing things by the book. You also could be leaning on your spirituality or your spiritual guides to help you to find the things that are going to drive you, that are going to motivate you, to kind of like bring in little blessings that come into your life that make you feel like you're on the right path and encourage you to keep going. And I do feel like you're going to get that from your spirit team. All right, one last card for pile number 2. Ooh, whoever I'm speaking to, you are on the path of being very rich or wealthy. You are on the path of being a breadwinner in your generation. You're on the path of a lot of career and business success, financial success. You also are on the path of gaining a lot of respect. So, you know how I said that I feel like maybe family members didn't support you fully, or maybe friends, or maybe just new people that you meet? You will get the support and the recognition and the respect, okay? So you're moving towards this and very quickly. This also is a great deal of self-reliance because the King of Pentacles, not only does he just look like walking wealth, but he also has some stowed away. So he makes really mature financial decisions to secure himself. And I feel like that's also what you're moving towards. But again, a big thing on respect, maybe self-respect, and also how people respect you and show, like, you know, they admire you, you're an inspiration, they like what you're doing, and they respect what you had to do to get there. So people really digging into your worth and feeling like, wow, this person is really doing big things. All right, so pile number 2, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm wishing you guys the best full moon and that you guys have also a great season following that. Make sure to like the video, guys. Drop me a comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye. Hi, pile number 3. All right, let's see what you can expect from this full moon. Tell me about pile number 3 and what they can expect from this full moon. Give me some messages for pile number 3. What can they expect from this full moon? This is for pile number 3. What can they expect from this full moon in Aries? All right. Wow. Okay. So this is really just talking about a twin flame. Amazing. All right. So you got the twin flame card. So this talks about mirroring each other, reflection towards the connection, and also being with your divine counterpart. Also, we have timing cards. So we have in the fall during Libra season or within 1 to 2 weeks. And then we also have winter. So there's something very significant about this twin flame during this season, but also leading you into winter during Pisces season as well. All right, so that's it. There's not really much to say with this energy, actually, you know? There's not really much to say. This just feels like this could be a twin flame reading for you. All right, so I'm going to jump right into it and see what comes out for you. So what can my pile number 3 expect from this full moon in Aries? What's changing in their life? Give me some messages for pile number 3. What can they expect from this full moon in Aries? What's happening and unfolding in their life? Give me some messages for pile number 3. All right. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the walking boots, and this card has came out consistently for every pile. So this is like a collective energy that you also will be experiencing. So I do feel like autumn season is really like boot season. So you could be wearing a lot more boots during this time, pulling out an old pair of boots and wearing them, incorporating them into your style, into your fashion, buying new boots. You could be going on some type of deep journey from this full moon, and also a lot of adventure. So, a lot of spontaneity, discovering new things, going to new places, discovering new things about yourself, even. You could be walking away or taking an exit from some type of unfulfilling situation. I also feel like you're going to have a deep sense of self reliance. So you may feel like you're very independent during this time. You're taking the steps necessary towards your goals and your manifestations. All right. And this is just having a deep sense of independence and freedom in your life. So that's really cool. You also have the Celtic knot, or is it the Celtic knot? Okay. We also have the bellows, the maverick, the red herring, the crow, and the hummingbird coming out for you. All right, so let's start with the Celtic knot, if I can pick it up to show it to you. All right, so this card is about unconditional love. And I feel like there's a big theme of your twin flame. So this could be picking up on that, or even the unconditional love you give to yourself. All right, there's something very legendary about this twin flame in your relationship. It's unlike any other. It's very special, okay? Also, this talks about divine union, eternal love, affinity, enduring connections, feeling very connected to someone, and a love of a lifetime. So let's talk about this person, because obviously they want to come out first, okay? So tell me about the Celtic knot for the pile number 3. Okay, I definitely feel like you've been waiting for a long time to have some type of progress with this person. It feels like you've been waiting, but you've been very sure that it was going to come, that progress was going to ensue, that the love was going to get stronger and more vibrant, that you guys would be able to be on the same page. So you've been waiting and you've been very patient, and it's finally unfolding for you. You can see that your manifestations towards this twin flame union is actually materializing now. You're going to get a great sense of coexistence. Sorry, guys, I'm struggling to pick up the cards with the Three of Pentacles. There's a big energy of coexisting very nicely, working really well together, feeling like this person's a partner to you and not an enemy, feeling like this person is reliable and you feel like you can be reliable back towards them. Hold on, guys. Sorry, once I started talking about your twin flame, my candles started doing some really like high flames. And because I'm reading and I can't really watch it like that, I just wanted to like blow it out. But I feel like it's very significant to this twin flame energy. And I know that because the next card that you have is the bellows card. So we'll talk about that in a second. But you guys almost took me out. The love that you guys have for each other almost took me out. Seriously. All right, so tell me what else with the Celtic knot. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Okay, so things are going to be unfolding really quickly for you and this twin flame. I also see a great deal of communication, lots of back and forth messages, and talking like all day, every day. All right, so I do see that. There are also going to be travel plans to meet coming in for you very soon. But it's going to feel like things are moving along really nicely. After having to exert a lot of patience behind this, things are going to quicken pace and things are going to be moving faster than you imagined them to be between you and this person. All right, Page of Pentacles is what this person may want to tell you. So they may want to tell you that they weren't mature enough for the connection initially. Like they didn't have a sense of maybe emotional maturity or like maturity or being strong in their commitment to you. They could have been unsure if this is something that they really want to cultivate. They weren't ready to make that deep investment. All right. So I feel like this is what this person wants you to know, that I wasn't ready before, but I am ready now. I've been working on myself type of energy with that Page of Pentacles. This feels kind of risky, but I do want to do this with you. So there could be a new deep, like you and this person could be deepening this connection or having a new beginning in this connection together. They also want to tell you too that right now they feel very driven to the purpose behind this connection. So this person's kind of like on the same page. They feel like a lot of energy to come towards you and take action. They feel inspired by the connection that they want to come in towards you and take action, and they're going to act on it finally. All right, so you are going to be hearing from this person very soon. There's a lot of aces. All the aces are together, and this is a well shuffled deck. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is that inspiration and that quick action. Then you have the Ace of Swords, which is closure, or maybe come like expressing themselves about maybe why things didn't work out before. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is commitment. So this person is very quickly committing to you and showing you that they want to take this to the next level. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is like deepening that bond. So it's really nice. This is definitely a new beginning between you and this person happening all at once. It feels like everything is coming towards you all at once with this person. What you've been manifesting to unfold is all happening all at once. It feels crazy, okay? We have the Bellows here. So you and this person's connection is too hot to handle, okay? It can't be contained, the amount of passion, desire, and love that you and this person have for each other. It's very fiery, very passionate, all right? So this talks about like reigniting the spark in this connection. You definitely are going to feel very tied to this person. You're going to feel very attracted to them. There's a strong magnetic energy. There's a lot of like intimacy or like even very strong sexual desires. It's really, really hot. I just see a lot of hotness. So you and this person also could be like really attractive right now. Maybe that separation allowed you guys to work on yourselves, and coming back together, you guys are a very attractive couple, okay? But there's something very sexy about this too, like sex, like lots of sex or very hot sex, okay? Excuse me for saying that, but I just had to throw it out there. All right, tell me about the Bellows. That almost took me out with my candle. Oh my God, your energy. Oh my goodness. So this is very positive. We have the Lovers here. Twin flame energy, soulmate energy. You and this person being on the same page and connecting and wanting the same, having the same values, wanting the same outcome. You could also expect right now that this person's actions align with what they say that they want from this. So if they're wanting to be with you, if they're wanting to take things to the next level, their actions are aligning with that. They're not just saying, they're doing. All right, we also have the Page of Wands, which is good news. There's also this energy of discovery. So someone could be coming and seeking you out. They could be trying to find you or reach out to you to kind of bring forth this new opportunity. This person's coming towards you much more disciplined and also very loyal and faithful. All right, 10 of Wands. It seemed like forever to get this off the ground, or it was really hard to have this change happen naturally between you two. It just felt like you and this person were just not on the same page and couldn't get on the same page for a long time, but now it's finally happening. All right, we also have the Maverick here. So this talks about breaking the rules or being a little bit more unconventional with your actions, okay? So from this full moon, you have a big independence where you don't want to follow the crowd. You don't want to be in conformity with the society. You want to do things the way that work for you. And even if it seems weird to other people, you're still going to push past that, okay? You could be a big rule breaker. You could be very bold. You could be seen as a rebel, nonconformist, very fearless. You could be thinking outside the box, okay? You could be very much a risk taker. Towards your connection here, this twin flame connection, I feel like this could be like when the odds are not in your favor. Like your friends and your family don't understand why you stay connected to this person, and they could be very doubtful right now. But it's like, I'm not going to follow what you guys say because I know what I have is true. And I'm seeing a lot of good effort coming from this person, so I'm wanting to go with it. So it could feel like you're breaking the rules or you went rogue, but really, you really feel like the momentum right now from this person, and you're not wanting to give that up. Tell me about the Maverick. Yeah, I knew this was about your connection, the Two of Cups, okay? You're getting everything that you want right now, so why would you quit? It's kind of like your attitude. People don't understand. They may feel like you deserve better or you should want more for yourself, but they don't understand that you have more right now from this situation. It's unfolding for you. You weren't waiting in vain. All right, we have the Magician in reverse. I also feel like you're keeping your cards really close to your chest. So even when people may be doubting you, you don't feel the need to reassure them. Like if your friends are like, "Why are you back with him?" You don't feel the need to reassure them and tell them all the things that he did for you that week that really put a smile on your face. You're just like, your feelings are valid, but I'm going to do what I want to do, okay? Or if your homeboys are like, "Why are you seeing that chick again?" It's like you don't feel like you need to reassure them about the bond that you have with this person. It's like, you can think what you want. I'm actually having a ball in my life. You should try it, okay? Shady. Okay, shade. Shade. No shade. All right, what else? Yeah, we also have the Ace of Swords here. So I feel like people could be very demanding of the truth. Like, why are you still with this person? Why do you hold on? Why are you dating them again? Why did you let them back in your life? They want the truth, but people can't handle the truth. That's how I feel with this Ace of Swords. Like, if you were to be very open about how much love that you're receiving right now and how abundant the connection is going for you, you would only get like maybe hit back with naysayers or people who kind of are hating. Like instead of being happy for you, they would only come up with more um, obstacles that they feel like you're going to face, kind of projecting. So I just feel like you are going rogue in other people's eyes. People don't really understand it, but you are in with that Magician reverse, you don't feel like it's for people to understand. Magician energy is very mysterious, right? And if you're coming off as the Magician in reverse, you're letting people run with the narrative that this is not going to work out or this could be dangerous for you. Like the Magician in reverse is like a infamous type of energy. So instead of someone like reassuring the public that, "Oh, I'm actually a really good person. You know, you may have seen bad things I did in the news, but that's not me right now." That person, the Magician in reverse, is not going to explain themselves, okay? It's like you'll see it materialize in my life as I'm experiencing it. All right. You also have red herring here. Okay. So this one is very interesting because the red herring talks about misleading information, being misguided, diversion, tactics where people are trying to throw you off. Um, yeah. So I wonder who's trying to distract you right now. It's interesting. It doesn't feel like this twin flame, it feels like other people trying to be nosy in your life. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Hmm. Okay, you do have another situation coming in as well. This could be another romantic situation, or this could be friends or even family. There's something super nostalgic about these people, so you could have grew up with them or you had a really good time in the past with them, but obviously it came to an end or separation for some reason. All right, these people could be coming in your life to distract you. So I don't know if these are like old friends coming in your life and kind of distracting you from the progress that you're having right now, or old family members or old ex outside of this twin flame, like someone else. With the Knight of Wands, it feels like this person is in and out. So you want to pay attention to that because if this person doesn't have longevity in your life, you need to pay attention to what they're bringing into your life for that short term. Are they bringing in a lot of confusion? Are they bringing in distractions, temptations towards you? Are they misleading you from your goals? If that's the case, you may want to continue to create distance between you and this person. Okay, you're coming back for reconciliation. I'm happy to see you. I'm hoping that you're doing well, but I don't really want to dwell in this energy, because if there's not longevity here and you're just here to throw me off or mislead me or confuse me, that's not something that I'm going to, even for the short time that you're in my life, I don't really want to indulge in that. It's almost like someone coming into your life giving you advice that doesn't have plans of staying in your life. So it's almost like, why would I listen to you? Okay. Whoever this person is, when they come into your life, they will be like a show off. Could be kind of pretentious with the Six of Wands. Could be overly boasting about their accomplishments and their achievements and what they've been able to do with their life. But it's almost like they leave right back out of your life before you can see the truth in that. You understand? So this person could be telling you, I just bought a new car, or I just started this job, I'm making six figures, blah, blah, blah. But they don't even stay around long enough to see if that's true or not. Not that you're looking for lies within what they're saying, but it almost feels like this person is overly boasting, overly judging themselves up to present this kind of facade. I don't know. And it feels like they can't keep it up, so that's why they're kind of flaky. So this could be a friend who comes into your life and then quickly fades away. It kind of feels like, what was the reason for you coming back around? I don't see this person being your type of person. You could get like a ick or a disdain or some type of like irritation from them with the Four of Cups. Okay, so pay attention to that. We also have the Crow here. So again, that Six of Cups energy of like memories, old friends, old people, exes, partners, family members that you haven't spoken to in ages popping up in your life during this time. You're going to be remembering certain things about these people, positive and negative, okay? Like certain personality traits. Also, again, you're that Magician in reverse. So you're having this mystery about yourself that you don't really care to explain to people. So people could be coming towards you very nosily, wanting to know what you're working on, what you're pursuing, what are you manifesting right now, who are you dating. You don't really feel a need to open up about that. It's almost like, I'm not going to tell if you don't ask. And I feel like these people are too intimidated to ask you with that Crow energy. You also have some type of new event or opportunity happening in your life as well. You are going to be very clever, more clever than other people. So people coming towards you with bad intentions, you're picking up on that right away, where they may think that they're kind of like outwitting you, but they also will be running. So I feel like they figure out very early on that this person has me figured out. I can't really play the game with this person. All right, you also could be solving some big problem in your life from this full moon all on your lonesome, like being super independent or self-reliant. So if it's a financial issue, if it's like a family issue, if it's something to do with your home life, your car, you're finding that you don't really need to dig into anyone else's charity to get this resolved. You're kind of taking initiative and able to overcome this all on your lonesome, which feels very empowering. All right, we have the Queen of Cups here. When it comes to memories of these people coming towards you, you have really positive memories towards them. It's very nostalgic, but you will see how someone has changed. I feel like someone has become more boastful or just too much like bragging on themselves to where it's like seems fake. It's like, is this real, or do you do this to make yourself feel good? Okay, but you do have positive feelings towards whoever this is, and you're very receptive to their return towards your life. But again, I don't feel like this person has longevity. It's almost like in and out energy. Yeah, Eight of Cups as well. All right, you also could be walking away from certain emotional attachments. So even to your past, after certain things do creep back into your life, you may realize there was not really much of a excitement from that, or there's not really anything purposeful from that. So you could be finally ready to walk away from these things, or kind of like close that door, moving on to a next chapter. It's like you don't feel so attached anymore. Yeah, the hangman. There's a change in perspective, which is allowing you some type of like being able to emotionally detach from things that weren't really good for you in the beginning. Okay. Last but not least, we have hummingbird here. So you should be enjoying your life from this full moon. You're going to have like a lot of enjoyment in your life. You're going to be more present in the moment. Okay. So living each second like you should. Also, there is going to be a rapid response to any challenges or problems that you have. You're going to be able to overcome these things all on your lonesome. It feels really powerful, like that resilience energy that you're going to be having. Okay. Life is going to feel just so sweet. Okay. It's going to be very sweet with this twin flame and you getting things together, with the progress that you're making, with your self assured attitude. Life is going to feel very sweet for you. And you're going to be lifted out of any negativity that was harboring in your life. That's also that Eight of Cups, what you're walking away from. All right. Tell me about the hummingbird for pile number 3. The devil. Okay, so you're releasing any devils in your life. Anyone who is very manipulating or try to like play mind games with you. Someone who could be super controlling and bossy in your life. Toxic people, toxic habits and environments. Overindulgence to where you feel icky the next day. So if that's overindulgence in food, overindulgence in spending your money, overindulgence in certain connections, overindulgence in sex, whatever it may be, I feel like you're finding a happy medium to where you just don't go off into the deep end anymore. And also in your mind, like not getting into negative emotions of anger, sadness, worry, doubt, fear. Queen of Swords, very self assured, where you're just kind of like a master of your emotions. You don't let things get to you. You won't let things get to you anymore after this full moon. You are so strong willed and just strong minded. Okay, that's what I'm seeing from this. Just being much more strong minded. Not feeling very detached from certain things to where you don't get worked up over things anymore. You feel at peace with yourself. And also, again, that self assured energy, just feeling very confident in your decisions and who you are. It's very empowering, I'm telling you. Let's get one last card. All right, Nine of Swords. So this is kind of repetitive, but again, getting out of limiting beliefs, getting out of your fears, getting out of your head, getting out of your doubts. Also, if you struggled with nightmares, maybe you've been having super scary dreams, kind of like those nightmares or those dreams where you can feel butterflies in your stomach from being so in fear. I think those nightmares were a omen to how you could have been living in fear for your future, for your twin flame connection and relationship, maybe for your finances. So if you've been having some reoccurring nightmares, that's coming to an end. But I also think that was just kind of maybe opening you up to that your fears or your worries were becoming a problem. Okay, but you're coming out of that, so just a much more uplifted life, feeling happier and free, having sweet dreams and not negative ones. Okay. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you. I hope that this has been very insightful for you, that this will help you through this energy of the full moon. Please like the video, comment down below, leave me a comment if you will, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out in the next pick a card reading coming out very soon. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.